Yes, the Boohoo Effect here. I'm going to respond to a video Tiffany recently uploaded entitled The Boohoo Effect, Day Drinks and Rages. You see, Tiffany conveniently overlooked my last upload challenging her to prove that she's gainfully employed because Tiffany lately is claiming as fact that I'm unemployed. Okay, so let's just get into it here. And I'll answer briefly to her comments, her responses. All right. Okay, so let's briefly go over this, see what she has to say. Since she can't provide evidence that she is gainfully employed. You see, when you call somebody else out to set the example, you see, you call out people by example. You teach by example, do you not? Let's get into it.
But I keep seeing my name flash by in his video titles, and I haven't watched these, and so I decided today.
Oh yes, you have. You watch every bit of my videos. In times past, when I post videos listening to music, showing myself masked, yes, you watch and you respond quite quickly.
That I was gonna go back and take a peek at what the hell this guy's going off about, right? Because I haven't mentioned him. I don't think about him. I never bring him.
Well, now you know how it feels when somebody just out of the blue initiates an offense towards that person, and I am initiating it. I'm giving you a taste of your own medicine, Tiffany, because, like I said, you like to respond to some of my videos. You know, you'll call it a parody, but you know, you're trying to poke fun on my expense. I get it. I do parodies. That's your right, but I'm going to respond just like you do.
But I got curious, okay? So this is this is the first thing I came across. Tiffany mates and destroys men. Stay away from this woman.
How many men have you dated online? How many men have I witnessed that was in a very emotional, angered, distraught state? They're clearly hurt. You've touched their heart. They loved you in return. You can tell. You don't get those emotions displayed like that without having deep feelings. And you play their minds and hearts, Tiffany. You do. You send them your personal porn. And that grabs a man's attention, and you know it. Men tend to think first with their second head. And it just starts and goes from there. That is all part of your ploy to entrap them. I think that's a form of sadism, wouldn't you say?
Think with your brain, not the other head.
That's right.
All you have to do is perform some basic background check on her. No, I am not one of her past victims or scorned in any way. I'm just someone who...
That's what I've been accused before by some commenter, and yes, I'm going to lay that disclaimer because that seems to be the going thinking with some because of your looks. You know, some may consider you good looking. I personally don't. I don't know if it's just what you stand for, you know, inside you, your mental makeup, but you disgust me, Tiffany, both mentally and physically.
Who was smarter than her, always disgusted, repulsed by her ways, antics, and initially put a blockade to all of her attempts to connect with me on a personal level.
Why are you acting like that? This video, why are you acting like a little girl? This is weird. You're acting like a 12-year-old reading a love note from some boy in school. And you also are laughing. It's very strange in this video, in which we'll get into here upcoming.
Tiffany, Black Widow, toying with hearts for sadistic pleasure. The fault of manhood castrated.
Why are you acting this way? How old are you? I mean, I understand doing parodies and joking, but why are you literally acting like a child? You're 40-some years old, Tiffany. This is supposed to be your natural state.
Oh my God.
So, if we are to believe that's a very sincere laugh, maybe you're just laughing out of hysteria. That it means that you're sincerely laughing at what I'm saying because it's not true. It's so outlandish, so far-fetched that it's got to be all false, right? I got it all wrong. Is that how you're supposed to come across?
Boo-hoo, you're such a bitch. Okay, first of all...
Oh, are we mad? Am I a bitch now? Yep. Be sure to conceal that anger, Tiffany. It's leaking.
Boo-hoo, I never came on to you. Ever. That never happened.
Oh, yes, you have. I'm not saying you were explicit, but you had made many, many attempts to get me to call you, to get me to Skype you. It's got to start somewhere, doesn't it? You got to get off first base, right? Just like how you got off first base with all your other past men.
Okay, I don't know why you keep saying it.
Because it's true. You had posted a screen capture of our Skype conversation, and you left out all the other inquiries from you, but only posted a couple of mine. But you see, at the end of the day, guess what, Tiffany? I never responded to you on Skype as far as a vocal form conversation. I never called you, did I? And nor can you provide proof because no phone call vocally was ever exchanged between you and I. Otherwise, it would have been posted 6 years ago. Moving on.
It's like Agent 19 says it too. It's like, no, that never happened. But it's okay.
So you're using another person as a credible source? Agent 19 was not a part of our conversation. Do you remember I debunked your lie, making it appear that I was inquiring of you? But all the inquiries and initiative was from yourself, Tiffany. Now, I can go to my old laptop and no doubt dig out some live screen captures of that conversation. And who said what? And who was provoking who?
But yeah, okay, you want to say it, that's okay, boo-hoo.
Yeah, I said it. And I'll say it again because it's the truth. You see, I'm not known to tell lies like yourself, to make yourself appear better than you really are, Tiffany. You're concerned about your image online, but at the same time, you send your pornography, totally degrading your own self. You stick anything up your dark areas, let's just say, and then you try to deny that it happened, just like the whole flashlight scene. You denied that, and I prove you to be a liar there. You're disgusting, and I don't like you, so accept it. You disgust me. Yes, the boohoo effect here.
Yes.
Tiffany, the poor, misunderstood victim. The one that has to make an apology video in a sarcastic light, making fun of all the people that's just wrongly accused her.
Boo-hoo, why are you trying to sound like Forrest right now, dude? Seriously, dude.
I've been accused of that before from Felix, and I don't know that I'm sounding like Forrest. Now, if I sound like Forrest, well, that's your opinion. Personally, I don't look up to Forrest for some reason. So, I'm not very inclined to emulate him. Let's move on.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you, boo-hoo?
Are you frustrated? Why, Tiffany? Why are you mentally frustrated? It's showing. No, Tiffany. It's the people that knows you.
The people that knows me? Or do you mean the people who know me? Boo-hoo, can you third grade language arts, grammar, English?
Can you third grade language arts, grammar? I think you're missing a couple of connective words there. Before you call me out on perfection in my English language, you need to correct your own, Tiffany, make sure that it's up to par. No, I don't speak perfectly. I do speak extemporaneously. I do speak off the cuff, and I make mistakes. And I see them myself, but I don't go back to correct them because I'm not so concerned about my image. But since you're so educated in the English language, what are you doing with that education? You see, it's like when I talk to Monograph, the first thing that came out of his mouth is, yeah, but I'm intelligent. You know what I said to Monograph? And it put an instant blockade into his mouth. I asked him, what are you doing with that intelligence monograph? What are you doing with that if you're so intelligent? Shut him up. What are you doing with your intelligence, Tiffany, huh? Are you living with Jeff, the drug dealer? Yeah, you dodged my last video calling you out. You see, you're calling me unemployed, but I showed that I own a house. I showed that I'm employed, but you can't do that because you don't work. You're a pathetic loser in life, and you take out your aggression online, stalking and demeaning people because of your miserable personal life. Am I right so far? Of course I am, and you know it.
Oh my God, boo-hoo. The people that knows me. The people who know me, boo-hoo.
Speaks truth and fact, and you don't like it.
Oh, no.
You're trying to convince these newcomers in other communities that you're just this angel of light, wrongfully abused. I mean, how can...
Boo-hoo, do me a favor. When you make these videos, please take your hands out of your pants, buddy. Okay? This is weird.
I don't view you that way, Tiffany, and you know it. I'm one of the few that has not taken to your advances. Caliber Hitter's another one, and Agent 19. They both were onto you like myself. We were never interested in somebody like you. You're disgusting. I mean, you're like a call girl without the money, but it's for your self-gratification, isn't it? You abuse somebody that shows her face and looks all pretty and uses effects to smooth over her age. Why are you laughing like? Listen to that. Pathetic.
Oh.
Like that power. Why are you laughing like that?
Yeah.
You know, you destroyed how many men?
Oh, so many.
You have captured, imprisoned Dr. D's mind.
Yes, his mind. It's mine.
Exploited.
Yes.
His wee-wee with a...
Yes, I own his mind, boo-hoo.
You did. Because the guy doesn't go away. He defends you as if you were a normal person. He defends you as if you were an upstanding citizen. He defends you as if you have never degraded the guy. As if you never had exposed his personal pornography that was sent to you in confidence. But it wasn't left in confidence, wasn't it, Tiffany? Because you are a sadist, and you couldn't resist to hand his porn over to Forrest. In one sitting, your pathetic loser is still hanging on to your coattail.
It's coattails, boo-hoo. It's coattails.
Amazing. Amazing. You're trying too hard. I mean, what kind of a life does Dr. D have?
Well, considering he's not raging on the internet all day about people who aren't mentioning him, I'm going to say it's probably a lot more productive and...
Well, I tell you, Dr. Dissent gives his public opinion, and he might get responded to. If he wants to defend you, somebody that clearly has abused this guy and stomped on his dignity, his human dignity and shame, then yeah, he will get responded to, because I'm just that disgusted about how somebody can follow you around like a little puppy dog after what you've done to him.
And, I don't know, active than yours, because clearly you lost your job, boo-hoo, now you're day drinking, and this is what we do when
I have a beer on my time off. And when I'm listening to music, killing time, I have a beer or two. And that's none of your business. I work, Tiffany. You don't. You have no right, as an unemployed, unproductive person, to ridicule my drinking. I can drink if I damn well please. I work. I deserve it. I'm old enough, and I can have a beer if I please. And it's none of your business. Word has it, Tiffany, that you're quite the alcoholic. You've been seen drinking booze yourself, and you don't know my schedule. I posted a video, and it was daytime, and I was having a beer. You don't know my schedule. I have days off, Tiffany, and I can drink when I want. You got that? You do not earn your alcoholic beverages in your free time. I should be calling you out for your drinking. How many times have you drank online, holding a beer? Drinking whatever beverage you're drinking. Alcoholic related, isn't it? Because it's regular, Tiffany. When you see me online, it's when I have some free time. I sporadically post those music videos, and I have a beer or two. It's my business.
We lose our jobs.
Word has it, you're a meth head too. So, I'd like to see some proof, but it's coming from not just one person, not just one source, Tiffany, but a few sources that you have a meth addiction.
I've seen this with you over and over again, Boohoo. When Boohoo gets a little bit too much time on his hands, he starts to drink during the day. Yes, he does.
What do you do with your time, Tiffany? I've witnessed you online 24/7. There's timestamps that denotes when you're online. You never leave. You hop from one community to the other community, don't you? You never leave. You spend your ever-awakening time on the internet. Your home life must be that bad. What's the matter? You and Jeff not that intimate together? That's why you do your intimate deeds online? I think you better take a look at your own problems, Tiffany. You got a lot of them. You shouldn't focus on mine because I think you have enough in your backyard to clean up.
Gosh. And then he starts pumping out videos about people who are not talking about him just because.
Oh, you don't like it that somebody takes the initiative against you, do you? You don't like a taste of your own medicine. You're still crying about it. You don't like it. Well, tough. You can dish it out, but you can't take it.
Idle minds, right, Boohoo?
To be defending you, trying to convince veterans that...
Trying to convince? Boohoo. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, trying to convince. That was a mistake. But I didn't know I was writing a college thesis. So if you look hard enough, you're going to find mistakes. Absolutely. I'm not perfect. I speak off the cuff. I don't use notes. Perhaps you do. I don't know. I don't use notes. I don't care to correct every little mistake. I'm not in college. I'm not trying to pass a test. This is a social site. And if I speak incorrectly, I don't care.